I'm going to share a retelling of one of my favorite picture books by Jules Feiffer. It's called Bark George. I have my own little George made. Here he is. There's George. Can you say hi to George? Hi, George. This book is all about George. George's mother said, "Bark, George." And George said, "Meow." That's not what a dog says. Who says meow? A cat. No, said George's mother. "Bark, George." And George said, "Quack, quack, 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 quack." What animal says quack, quack, quack? A duck. "No, George," said George's mother. "Bark, George." And George said, No, that's what a pig says. George's mother said, "Bark, George." She's very patient, isn't she? And George said, "Moo." No, which animal says moo? A cow. Well, George's mother became very concerned, so she took George to the vet. At the vet said, "Bark, George." And George said, do you remember what he said first? Meow. Well, the vet put on a long glove, reached deep down inside George's mouth, and pulled out a cat. "Bark, George," said the vet. And George said, "Quack, quack, 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 quack." Well, the vet reached deep down inside George and pulled out a duck. "Bark, George," said the vet. Do you remember what he says next? Well, the vet reached deep down inside of George. What did he pull out? A pig. The vet pulled out a pig. Oh my goodness. Oh. Do you remember what George says next? "Bark, George," said the vet. And George said, "Moo." Oh, the vet put on his longest rubber glove. It went all the way up to his neck, and he reached deep down inside George and pulled out a cow. Oh my goodness. "Bark, George," said the vet. And George said, "Arf." "Bark, George. Arf." Oh, well, George's mother was so happy. She kissed George. She kissed the vet. She kissed the cow. She kissed the pig. She kissed the duck. And she kissed the cat. She was so pleased with George that she went down the street and showed him off to all the people on the street. She said, "Bark, George." And George said, "Hello." What does that mean? If you like this silly story, I suggest you check out other books by Jules Feiffer. Or you can reach out to us and we'll gladly suggest other silly books for you. Thanks for watching.